Okay, when I use the term medicine, we're not looking at just the physical aspect of things. We're looking at physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And when you prepare a medicine, it could address any one of those, any combinations thereof, or all of the above. Okay, so it depends on how they're prepared and how they're gathered and what the person needs it for.
I think you'll find when you interview people, there are some who don't follow any First Nations spirituality and teachings, and some who do. And it is in our heritage.
On the medicine wheel, you have the 4 directions, and so 4 is the big number, and the 4 medicines are on that wheel, and they represent mind, body, heart, and spirit.
Sometimes it's easier to be said than done a lot of times, but you just have to find that strength within you to carry on, and that I believe is part of the Métis culture and upbringing, is you find the strength, you get your roots, and whatever obstacle you have, it's a learning experience, just another stepping stone in your journey of life, right? It's like the medicine wheel. You have different spokes that you travel through, and at a certain age, you're in that spoke, so everybody has directions to take, and not all of us take the right ones, but every spoke is a learning experience.
The idea of a smudge is simply a prayer for purification. The idea of the smoke rising to the Creator before entering into a consultation about something important. People will do that to, and you'll see them waft the smoke over their ears so that they hear good things with good intentions, and over their eyes and over their heart. And the idea is purification and opening to kind of the voice of spirit. They'll have a little container off in a conch shell, and they'll burn the 4 main sacred medicines. So there's sweetgrass, tobacco, cedar, and sage. And I grow all of those. So I have my own supply.
Take the smoldering smoke and put it around yourself, and you just are thinking is pure thoughts, type thing, and remembrance of people that have passed, or anything you really feel like you need to think, and you cleanse your body. And you can have other people help you, take the smoke around behind you if you can't reach it. And different degrees. Some people it's just a quick thing, and other people they really want to have the full cleansing.
Smudging in the old days was to blow the stink off you and get rid of the bugs that are in the house. Basically, it wasn't.
It was the thanks to the Creator.
Yes, to get rid of the bugs and the smell off of you. Also, what do you think? How do you think that's what they used? It's because they had to clean the house up, so they figured to smudge, and that'll get rid of the bugs. Bugs don't like smoke, so there you go. You do yourself, get rid of the stink, and you go out for a Saturday night because your bath wasn't ready till another 3 months. You had to do something, right?
So are there certain plants that you use in the medicine bags?
Yeah, I use sage, I use sweetgrass, tamarack, birch, peas, corn. The peas and the corn is for afterlife, because that I believe in afterlife, and then when you die, this will give you a start in the next life.
And then I cut it all up. I get the little food processor, an old Indian method, and you put some tobacco and some sage and some cedar, and you put that in. You go, and you mix it all up.
A lady, I gave her a medicine bag, and she didn't put nothing in it. Finally, she threw it away because it was hurting her, it was bothering her. So she talked to me. She says, I had to get rid of it. I said, why? Well, it bothers me. I says, because you didn't put nothing in it, it belongs to you. That's why. because it was still mine, so it was fighting between you and me. So, but now she's happy with it. Now everything, she's okay with it.
There's a bear claw inside of my medicine bag. It was given to me by a shaman. And I was told, even though I'm from the Eagle clan, that the bear is my protector. I'll bring out the claw again. I'm never without this, no matter where I go. Even at night, it's under my pillow.
Oh, excellent. Wow.
Yeah. Come on, where are you? Come on, little
Bashful.
Yeah,
There.
there.
So this tobacco was given to us, and it was given to us freshly harvested from our neighbor Sandy. So the boys and I, and actually my niece and nephew were here last fall, and because it's so wet, it's best to dry it, hanging. So we spent a couple of nights needle and thread, and you would stitch through all of the stems, and you just make these big long strings.
First we were using elastic.
We did, and
then
you know what?
We found it a lot easier.
Yeah, there's one in here with an elastic on it. See, we did an elastic. We were doing elastics and then trying to string them together. Anyway, we ended up just doing one piece at a time. And then on our balcony, we had hung them and just kind of draped them almost like garland over the. And then it took.
You have a clothes hanger that has paper
the paper towel that we dried. That's right. We put all of
there's
up
still
there.
some on there.
There's mullein up there right now. I've got mullein drying. So it took about a month. It was so wet in the summer months, so it took about a month. It's like you open it up and it's just.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's really strong.
Yeah, it's not
But
like
it's a beautiful smell.
It's not
what
like
I expected.
Exactly. It's not the cigarette tobacco,
No.
right? So, do you have your bracelet on, Mitchell? Show them the bracelet.
James has it. I gave it to James.
No.
I gave
I've
it
got
to
one
James.
up at the house.
I gave it to James and he was playing.
We got some bracelets from, I believe it was Ontario Aboriginal Awareness, something to the government. Anyway, it has the 4 colors: the black, the red, yellow, and white. And on it, it says, "Be tobacco wise, keep it sacred."
Cedar I use. I have cedar over my door to keep good energy in and bad energy out, and I will purify my place with cedar if I'm feeling like bad has been around me, and I put cedar in my tub, and so I have that handy. And I give tobacco when I harvest the cedar. It's traditionally women who harvest cedar, so I do when I'm out of the city. The cedar here doesn't have the same kind of smell to it.
I harvest some things in the south here, but not all things. I found over the past 20-25 years that even the cedars have changed their smell, their taste, their color because of environmental stresses.
Water is the blood of Mother Earth, and it's what keeps Mother Earth and us alive. Without water, she doesn't survive and we don't survive. So water is the blood of Mother Earth, and it's just a sacred to me as some of the sacred medicines. I wouldn't be able to live where I live and do what I do without the blood of Mother Earth and being able to share with the kids. So if we don't have a fire going to be able to offer tobacco to a fire, then we'll offer it to the water of Mother Earth.
Okay, this is after a birch is dead. It's a fungus that grows on the side of it, and in the old days when they went from one hunting ground to the other, they light a piece of that, and it'll burn till there's none left, and it'll burn for quite a long time, and then you just keep on adding to it and put a little sage with it for smudging, and then this is a smudging bowl, like we use this for around our drum, and when if we go to harvest moose and that, we always smudge, and we always put some in the fire to give back to the spirit world.
Mom, remember when you tell them the story when you got the moose?
I remember I was saying during the harvest, right? Like I make part of the harvest everything, and I had a medicine pouch, and I wanted some fresh cedar to put into the medicine pouch. So through our walk and tracking the moose, I was coming across fresh dung, like fresh droppings, and you could tell it was just by the color and the feel and that type of thing. And there was this beautiful cedar tree, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cedar tree. So I took out some of my tobacco, and I had offered tobacco because I wanted to harvest some of the cedar for my pouch, for my medicine pouch. So I offered the tobacco, and earlier in the day I offered tobacco, like I said, each morning. But when I felt that, so anyway, I'd offered tobacco. I had put tobacco, and my rifle was actually slung over my body. I was so into the moment, right? And I offered tobacco and, said thanks. And took about 10 steps, and I was still in the moment, and something moved, and I looked, and I was just like, oh, there's 2 moose. I think I need to do something. So it was literally within, I would say a minute of offering, my last tobacco and harvesting some of the cedar that these 2 moose came out. So I was successful in harvesting, one of the moose at that time. And then that's when I went on to say how he went over and offered tobacco to the spirit of the animal and Mother Earth for harvesting that.
And she
Thank
was the only one that shot a moose that year.
I truly 100% feel that it was a calling, like it's something there. Whether, it's funny because the grandmothers talked about when we're at the women's gathering. I was telling one of the grandmothers that I feel like sometimes I'm so different and so odd from my friends. And she said, because your spirit has been here before. Your spirit's comfort is in the traditions. It's in that way of life. That's where its comfort is. You've done it before. That's why it comes so freely. It comes so naturally. And when it comes to the medicines, the medicinal plants, I do feel like the teachings that Sandy and some of the other women are sharing with me, it's listen to what is calling to you. Listen to what is speaking to you. Listen to what you're drawn to. And it'll share with you. It'll share it with you and talk with you about maybe how you're supposed to do it or what you're supposed to do or how you're supposed to pull it together.
The one thing I cannot overstress is respect for the land. If we don't respect that which sustains us, then we haven't learned much,
It's interesting because when I go up to around where I was born and all those little towns and things, it's a lot of the waterfront's gone. A lot of, because it's beautiful rocks and waterfront around Georgian Bay. It's all condos and apartments and housing complex. So where you used to be able to walk, it's no longer there. You can't. It's somebody's property now, right? So that's all gone. That's got to affect plant life and the animal life. Because it's just houses. Because I keep thinking, what's left of it, are they going to build around that too? So that soon people won't, animals and people won't have access to the water because it'll belong to somebody. There are times I wish I could make time stand still.
Well, sometimes I'll find a nice place in a bush where the earth is soft and, I'll gently part the leaves away and stick my face right into it and smell her. And it's important to me because she's the one that sustains me. And like I was saying before, I know the smell of my own birth mother, but I also know the smell of I learned it as the Shkikibikwe, medicine earth woman, the one that sustains us. So for me that's important. And it's a good reminder once in a while to say, don't forget, go back to the earth once in a while. Don't forget, don't lose that connection. And to quote some of my elders, the way they would say it, they wouldn't say that person's disconnected. No, they would probably say things like, I think the soles in their moccasins are too thick.